Very well, today we're going to explore one of the biggest tech stories of the year. NVIDIA has announced NVQ Link, a technology that could mark the beginning of GPU quantum supercomputing. It sounds complex, but what's at stake is simple: the future of computing itself. For 6 decades, computing progress was guided by an unwritten rule: Moore's Law. Moore's Law states that every 2 years the number of transistors in a microprocessor doubles. But this has come to an end. Transistors simply can't get much smaller without defying the laws of physics. The world needs a new path forward, and that path is called accelerated computing. In this new paradigm, the CPU is no longer the only brain. It's joined by a new co-star, the GPU, a processor designed to execute thousands of tasks simultaneously. For decades, NVIDIA has perfected this architecture and built a universal language on top of it, CUDA. Thanks to it, millions of engineers can communicate with these parallel machines. And now NVIDIA wants to extend that language to the strangest and most powerful world that exists, the quantum realm. In 1981, physicist Richard Feynman imagined something seemingly impossible: a computer that could directly simulate nature, because nature at its core is quantum. And 40 years later, that dream is beginning to become reality. But there's a massive obstacle: qubit. The basic units of quantum computers are incredibly fragile, and any vibration, heat, or noise destroys the information they contain. The solution is both brilliant and monumental. Quantum error correction involves using dozens or hundreds of auxiliary qubits to protect just one. But for that to work, enormous classical computing power is needed, and that's where NVIDIA comes in. And NVQ Link is the missing piece: a direct bridge between quantum processors, QPUs, and GPU supercomputers. A data highway capable of moving terabytes per second thousands of times per second to control, calibrate, and correct errors in a quantum system in real time. For the first time, the two most powerful machines on the planet, the quantum processor and the GPU, can work as a single hybrid brain. But this isn't just an engineering achievement, it's a partnership on a global scale. 17 quantum hardware companies, from superconductors to photonics and trapped atoms, have joined NVIDIA in this effort. And the US Department of Energy has announced a collaboration to build 7 new AI supercomputers, all based on this hybrid GPU quantum architecture. National laboratories like Oak Ridge, Sandia, Berkeley, and Los Alamos are already working to integrate this technology into their scientific programs. It's literally a new infrastructure for science. But why is all this so important? Basically because it marks the beginning of a new era of discovery. With GPU accelerated quantum error correction, we can simulate complex molecules, design new materials, discover drugs, optimize energy networks, or create new AI algorithms. The most revolutionary part is that there's finally a scalable path from today's hundreds of qubits to hundreds of thousands in the future. We are witnessing the birth of a new technological frontier, a step beyond silicon, beyond code, and beyond classical computing. The era of quantum GPU supercomputing has begun, and with it, a new chapter in the history of human engineering. Tell me what you think in the comments, and see you in future updates.